Hello YouTube. Sorry I haven't been posting much in the last 2 weeks, I think it is, since my Maximum Crisis videos. I've had exams in university, so I haven't really had much time between revising, and plus I have no new stock at the moment. So today I thought I'd do some deck profiles, but first off, an update on my Zark deck. As I said in my Maximum Crisis videos, if I didn't get a Zark in either of the boxes, which I didn't, I will be buying a copy, but since the price over here was fairly good, I got two of them, so it's a bit better. Yeah, if you want to check out the Maximum Crisis videos, they are on my channel, and I also have a binder video, which to this day has had 0 views, so either it's not very interesting, or people just can't be bothered, but it's up to you. And if you enjoy this video, like and subscribe, and, well, watch my other ones too. So quickly to start off with, I've got my Zark deck update. So as I said, 2 copies of the Supreme King himself. At the moment I'm just going on what I think I'll put in there, so this could change completely. Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon and Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, both easy summons. And then we've got 3 copies of Supreme King Gate 0 and 3 copies of Supreme King Gate Infinity. Following that we have Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, 3 copies of that. Time Gaze Magician, Stargaze Magician, 2 copies of Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon, Archfiend Eccentric, because why not, Axe Dragonoot, 2 copies of Ultra Polymerization, which you can see me pull in the Maximum Crisis box openings, Odd Eyes Fusion, because I thought why not, it goes with it quite well, Polymerization, because it's based around a main fusion monster. If you don't have this card in your deck, it's quite surprising. MST, Burden of the Mighty, Pendulum Switch, Breakaway, and then Double Call of the Haunted. As I just said, I'm going on what I think I should have in there at the moment, mainly because, well, there's no set list yet for Pendulum Evolution, so I'm just covering bases currently. Alright, so the deck profile I have for you today is, well, the one that my channel is kind of named after. Blue Eyes. So I thought to start off I will go through the extra deck, since everyone seems to be different. I must sort of push this again, I'm not a competitive duelist. Like, in terms of actually having a match, yes, I will be competitive, but I don't play in like a pro league or whatever. I build decks to how I like them and how I can play with them. If you disagree with that, that's fine. That's up to you completely. But say out of about 20 matches, this has only ever lost twice. So whether that says I'm really good or my opponents are really bad, which to be honest they're not, then it's up to you what you take from that. But this is the deck that I play best with, pretty much. So yeah, so here's the extra deck. We've got Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, twice to go with its effect, and I do also use the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons as well, as you'll probably guess later on. Mirror Force Dragon, Twin Tyrant Burst Dragon, and Doom Virus Dragon, aka meaning I have the Fang of Critias in this deck. I don't have Crush Card Virus even. I don't know why I haven't bothered with it yet, and I will eventually, but for now I haven't. Then we have 5-Headed Dragon, simply because it's a dragon deck, so it's an easy card to play. First of the Dragons, a handy card because there's obviously Blue Eyes White Dragon and others. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. To be honest, I love this card. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't know what it is about it. It's just great. Then we have Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, 2 copies of that. Good card to bring back Blue Eyes from the graveyard. And the phone's going. And it stopped. Interesting. Anyway, then we have Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. A card I really, really like. It just looks so badass. It's unbelievable. Next we have Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Again, a brilliant card with this deck because you need 2 tuners, which they're easy to come by with Blue Eyes. and then Blue Eyes is level 8 himself. So, you know, the odds of getting this out are pretty good, to be honest. Next we move on to the Xyz monsters. So we have Thunder End Dragon, a brilliant card that I've had for probably 3+ years now. I got it, I think I had it imported, I can't quite remember. But yeah, this card is brilliant. Obviously 2 level 8 monsters, so you could use Blue Eyes Alternative and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Once a turn you can detach one Xyz material from this card, destroy all other monsters on the field, which is pretty good. Because then you can detach, say, Blue Eyes from this. If you've got Silver's Cry in your hand or something like that, then you can instantly bring out Blue Eyes. Boom, 2 monsters with 3,000 attack points. And your opponent's field, well, monster field is clear, unless it has other effects. And then just to throw it in at the end is Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, because why not? I might replace this at some point if I can, but for now, that's the best card I've got for this. Right, moving on to the main monsters of the deck. So obviously 3 copies of Blue Eyes. I managed to get 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative. I got those out of 5 packs actually. I went an order of 5 packs and I got 2 of them. I thought, it's a good day really, isn't it? Next, 1 copy of Dragon Spirit of White. 1 copy of Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, for all those revives that are going to be needed, because let's be honest, they will be. Crystal Dragon, just to throw it in there, because it works quite well. Pandemic Dragon, a handy card for getting out Scarlet Red Dragon Archery, because obviously you've got level 1 tuners, and then this is level 7, so just boom, you've got Scarlight there. Divine Dragon Lord Felgrand, because obviously bringing back cards from the graveyard with this deck is quite common, so it's pretty easy to do. 2 copies of Deep Eyes White Dragon. Now I've got quite a few Blue Eyes cards in this deck, so it's good to have these because they can essentially win you a game if you play them at the right time. And they've got instantly good attack points because the minimum they're ever going to get is about 3,000. No, it'd be 2,500 actually because of Dragon Spirit of White. But yeah, overall, good card to use. Then White Stone of Ancients, a must-have. 2 White Stone of Legends, which are always handy for getting Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes cards, basically. Next we have Maiden with Eyes of Blue, Protector with Eyes of Blue, and Master with Eyes of Blue. Now I don't have, I think it's the Sage with Eyes of Blue, the one that everyone likes. I don't have that, because it's really pricey, and so is the box that it comes in, so hopefully it will get reprinted at some point. Next we have Assault Wyvern, a good level 4 card, obviously 3 of them. A good level 4 card to have because it pretty much gives you an instant dragon type monster, be it in your hand or graveyard, which is good because it means Blue Eyes because it's not level locked, which is always a nice thing. Next we have Mirage Dragon, because it's annoying for opponents whenever you play this because it means no traps in the battle phase, so you're free to attack. Alexandrite Dragon, another normal type monster, can be used for First of the Dragons. Dragon Knight of Creation, another good card. I'm not 100% on what it does yet because I've only just really added it. It was about 3 days ago. Kyberman, simple turn 1 Blue Eyes. If you have that and Blue Eyes in your hand, you're sorted basically for that turn anyway. Divine Dragon Apocalypse, just in case any of them are in the graveyard and you have no access to them. And, well, Kaiser Seahorse is the last one. I know that some people won't like this because it doesn't focus on one strategy. Well, that's how my decks are structured. I never focus on purely one strategy. I always like to have quite a few out there, so if it needs be, I can change my options almost instantly. It's just how I like to play. Some people won't like it because it's really, you gotta be quite lucky with it, but, well, it's up to you really, isn't it? Then Melody of Awakening Dragons. This is pretty much an instant Blue Eyes alternative, because you get Blue Eyes to your hand, you get Blue Eyes alternative, boom, you've got Blue Eyes alternative on the field. So yeah, it's a definite for any Blue Eyes deck. Whew. Soul Charge. Could be an easy way to get Blue Eyes Ultimate out, or something else, even 5-headed Dragon if you've got enough life points. Tribute Burial. This is a card I quite liked. I think it was in the Millennium Pack, or it was in Duelist Rivals of the Pharaoh. It's one of them. I think it's the second one. So don't quote me on that. But no, this is a good card, especially with decks that use monsters in the graveyards, because yeah, so it banishes one monster from each graveyard. So if you're banishing monsters from your opponent's graveyard, it means that they don't have access to that anymore unless they obviously have cards that can bring it back. But no, it's a good card to have to play if you need it. Chaos Form, obviously need this for Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. I think it's just the case that's a bit bent there, not the actual card. Oh, the case is kind of broken there. Oh, great. But yeah, it's not too bad at the moment. Neutron Blast. I have this in the off chance that I play a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon instead of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Simply because, well, I have two of them and they're easy to play with Polymerization and other cards. Yeah, and it gives Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon 3 attacks that turn. So, yeah, I think it's pretty worth having. Silver's Cry, another must-have, because, well, Blue Eyes. Dragon's Fighting Spirit. Now, this is one of the cards I haven't seen people use much from the movie, and I don't get why. Like, target one dragon-type monster you control that was special summoned this turn, so you could use it with Blue Eyes Alternative if you want to, if you're not going to use its effect, or even Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. That was special summoned this turn. It gains one additional attack. Hang on. For each monster your opponent controls that was special summoned this turn, it gains one additional attack during each battle phase this turn. So yeah, if your opponent has just special summoned a load of monsters either in your turn or theirs, you've got like quite a few good attacks there. So, you know, it's a pretty good card. Now, if I'm misinterpreting it, please forgive me, but I think it's good, personally. Dragon Shrine, another good card. It can be used with, obviously, Blue Eyes to send it to the graveyard and then, say, use Silver's Cry or Call of the Haunted or something like that to bring it back. Or you can use it with Whitestone of Legend. If you send a Whitestone of Legend to the graveyard, no matter where from, you get a Blue Eyes to your hand, so instant Blue Eyes. Return of the Dragon Lords to bring back your level 7 and 8 dragons from the graveyard. And other things, obviously. Ruin of the Divine Dragon Lords. I'm not entirely sure why I have this in there yet, but I saw someone else with a deck profile and I thought that works pretty well. So I will do it. I haven't actually had chance to test this up against someone yet, which is why I'm not sure how it works at the moment. But yeah, fingers crossed. Left Arm Offering. Good for fusion spell cards and obviously anything else really. Any other spell cards that you instantly need. Boom, got it. Shrink. Just for that really annoying point in time where your opponent thinks they've beaten your monster. Now you just play Shrink and halve their attack points. If they haven't, and most people aren't ready for it because they don't think you'll have it. Stamping Destruction, again with the majority of monsters being a dragon type in this deck, it's a good card to have. Mausoleum of White. Now I like a combination with this actually. During your main phase, you can normal summon one level 1 light tuner monster in addition to your normal summon. Now this is a good way to get out a Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. If you've got a level 8 out on the field already this turn, you can instantly summon 2 level 1 monsters if you have them, and then you've got a Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend out which can clear your opponent's field instantly. And that is a move I really like, and because it's just purely fun and no one sees it coming. Pot of Dichotomy, which, target 3 monsters with different types in the graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and draw 2 cards. So obviously you've got your draw mechanic there. Wingbeat of Giant Dragon. Again, this isn't a bad card to have, but only if you use it at the right time, because say if you played Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon last turn, you can use it with that again, and then if you have Blue Eyes in your hand still, you can just reveal it and summon it again. It's that simple. Polymerization, Fang of Critias, Dragon's Mirror, and Fusion Substitute. Good few fusion cards there. One move I quite like is using the Fang of Critias with Tyrant Wing to bring out Tyrant Burst Dragon, and then instantly putting that onto, say, I don't know, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, because then you've got a monster with 4,400 attack points. It can attack 3 times per turn, and it can't be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. There's no downside to it. Onto the traps now. We have Jar of Avarice, Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force, Induced Explosion, Rope of Life, Castle of Dragon Souls, Scrap Iron Scarecrow, Fiendish Chain. Now I like using this because it's good to say stop monsters like Red Nova Dragon, if anyone still uses that, because obviously it's going to have a high attack straight away, but this negates its effect, so it can then be destroyed by card effects such as Blue Eyes Alternative, and its attack points are stuck to 3,500 and it can't negate attacks then, so it's pretty good for monsters like that. Tyrant Wing, as I just said, for that Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. Call of the Haunted, the Dragon's Bead, Painful Escape, good for getting Alternative or normal Blue Eyes, and then Fusion Reserve. Yeah, so naturally I know that not many people will, especially competitive players, will not agree with this at all because it won't work in a certain way that they like, or others of you may as well disagree with me. That's your prerogative, you can do that if you want to, but this is a deck I like using, and it took me a while to build because obviously I had to wait for different support and all that stuff. Now, an interesting question actually, with Blue Eyes Alternative, why in the world do they call it Blue Eyes Alternative? Now I get, yeah, fine, it's a different version of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why not just call it Neo Blue Eyes White Dragon? You've got Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, what's the difference? Like, I can understand it, but it just doesn't make sense, if you get what I mean. A lot of people have probably said this, or no one has said this, I don't know. But it just doesn't make any sense to me, that's all. Because, yeah, it has the effect that it becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field or in the hand. Oh, actually, hang on. Blue Eyes White Dragon, well, it's on the field or in the graveyard, sorry. But, yeah, why not call it Neo Blue Eyes White Dragon? Because Neo, in some language, I don't want to say what it is because I'm not entirely sure, it means new. So why not just call it that like you've done the Ultimate version? Doesn't mean you've got to use 3 Neo Blue Eyes White Dragons to do it. But again, it just doesn't make much sense, that's all. Because it doesn't really roll off the tongue very well is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, that's the deck profile for this week. Next I'll probably be doing my Dark Lord deck profile because, well, I basically just use a Destiny Soldiers box to do that with a couple of additions that I needed in there. So yeah, that's the next one I'll probably end up doing. Probably in the next day or so, because I'm done with exams! Yes! And good luck to everyone else who is doing their exams at the moment, or who has finished them. Okay, that's me done. I'm out. Goodbye. Just sort of an update video there actually. After I finished the other video, I I did a bit of research on the word Neo. It's not actually in a different language, so I feel like a right muppet for saying that now. It actually means, well, it does mean new or revived form. So, that would make sense for this, really. Just a little addition. I thought I'd go on to that. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this, this video and the actual deck profile, because obviously this is an addition, please like and subscribe. Because, yeah, I'm a muppet, I make mistakes like that, and sometimes it can be very funny. Anyway, see you. Bye.